Hi, this is David Kirshner for West Hempstead Echo, and I'm here today with Linda Brohm, who is celebrating her 50-year anniversary with the Women's Auxiliary for the West Hempstead Volunteer Fire Department. So Linda, welcome, and we're so happy that you were able to take a few minutes out of the Historical Society and talk to us.
Yeah, anytime.
And congratulations on 50 years. That's an amazing accomplishment. Can you tell us about that?
I didn't even realize it was 50 years.
Time flies, right?
The auxiliary was, mostly made up of my mother. They were the group and that. And some of us younger ones, we didn't really want to be in it, but then all of a sudden, one joined and the rest of us followed.
And what's involved with the Women's Auxiliary?
Well, we do fundraisers and, to earn money to help the firemen. We help them, if they have a dinner or something that's planned or a meeting and they need help, they would ask the ladies to come and do that, to give help. And if we have a big fire in town, and we bring water and Gatorade and that to help the men stay hydrated.
And your family is almost like a little bit of the first family of civic mindedness within West Hempstead. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
My father he joined, I think, in 45. He was chief in 51.
The fire chief then.
The fire chief. And then after that, my brother had also joined. And then my daughter joined as an EMT, and then she married the chief, Billy D'Alessandro.
Right.
So we're connected with that family. And then my other son went on to be a fire chief and also commissioner. And now my other younger grandson, he's a lieutenant in the department, and my granddaughter has also joined.
Wow.
And then we have my nephew, and that is in the Long Beach Fire Department.
That is truly amazing. I mean, outside of what do you attribute, so much involvement in helping the community?
It was like a big family. We were one big family in that, and a lot of the families, some of the younger ones intermarried in that, and it just kept the tradition going. To me, I would be lost without it.
Truly amazing. And, having been a part of the fabric of West Hempstead for so many years, what do you think is one of the greatest changes that you've seen, over time in the community?
Well, right now it's hard to get the volunteers and get everybody involved because everybody's working two jobs now.
Yeah.
It's hard, it's just hard for them to have the time. My generation, we were stay-at-home moms, most of us.
Right.
So we had the time.
That's really a good point. You really don't think about, the fact that after COVID especially, there's a whole change in the way that people work, and they just don't have as much disposable time as they used to have to volunteer.
And we had, when we used to march in the parades, well, the men marched and the ladies marched. And then they also had a junior fire department, the junior guys. So they were marching, and then we were left. We were marching, but what do we do with the daughters? We had the youngest, so we formed a junior auxiliary. And they marched with us so that we knew the whole family was in line. And then the real little ones, we had a couple of the older women who used to babysit the little ones.
Wow.
And a couple of times I remember coming through the arch and they'd say, "Here comes the family department," because we were but we solved the babysitting problem.
Fantastic. Well, Linda, I want to thank you so much for your time, and again, thank you so much for everything that you've done for the community, including everything that your family has done for the community. It is so appreciated.
Yeah, and my in-laws were also in the department, and my father-in-law was one of the founders of the Jericho Fire Department.
Wow.
So
it's like the first family of fire safety and fire departments in
several of the other departments. The other families in there. The younger group is in there now. They're taking the reins for it. So
it is so great.
But I enjoy it.
And you're still active.
Oh, 3 o'clock in the morning. I've gotten up for fire calls and that.
Wow, unbelievable. So again, thank you so much for your
You're
time,
welcome.
and we look forward to continuing the conversation over the years. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
And this has been David Kirshner for West Hempstead Echo.